Parker from Peach Software. Today we're going to talk about the reference file and some changes we've made. Just in case you're not sure, the reference file is actually a product file in the background where you can store hundreds of thousands of products from your suppliers so that they're available to you from any of the transaction screens. Recently we added some functionality to the reference file and to Peach so that when your customers are looking for pricing and the products in the reference file, it can use the group and subgroup matrix or the markup matrix from your Peach system to price up the product which is still in the reference file to them so that they can see what the price would be if they were to buy it. Previously, the pricing was only available after you've put the product in the product file from the reference file, and then it used the matrix to give the customer their correct pricing. So as I said, now you can build up your groups, your subgroups, your markup codes in the reference file so that the pricing is reflected true through to the product file and through to your customer, whether you're doing a quote from your desktop or whether they're inquiring through Peach Online. Okay, so because of this extra functionality, we've had to upgrade the reference file, so to speak, so that you can do a lot of work in there. You can do some editing, bulk editing, you can delete lines, you can add lines, you can change details in the reference file, and I'll show you how to do that now with our new feature. Okay, so let's have a look at the reference file. So you go to Control, and then you go to Reference File under the Product tab, and it opens up a Select Columns page. So here you can select what information from the reference file you want to appear in the next screen. It's like a product browse screen. So we've got now subgroup and group. We're going to add markup to that as well. That's coming probably next week. And then we can just say OK. Now we can hide that on startup if we like. But basically it's good to get that intermediate screen so you can get rid of what you don't need. So we might not want cost in there. We might want just price A, B and C. And then we go OK. And the data then appears. Okay, so going around the screen, you can filter by a part number, by ref part number, keyword, barcode, group, and subgroup and supplier. You can filter down and you can make changes to just the products that you filtered down to through the bulk change button here. While you're in the screen here, you can click edit and it will allow you to edit details that are in the reference file which we haven't had in the past. So using this you can update your groups and your subgroups according to the matrix which you've got in Peach, so that when the product is priced it uses the matrix from the Peach system to give the price to the customer. You can go back to your columns so you can change your view if you like, or you can update products from the reference file. And what this does is it looks for the product match and a barcode or a brand match, and it will update the pricing or the description on the products in the product file from the reference file. So that's what you normally use to do a price update from a supplier. So once we've got the display, just as an example, we could look for a filtered range of products. At the moment we've got 242,000 products in our reference file, but if I just wanted to see some certain products, let's say I wanted to look for all products with the word Safari, I could go into keyword, Safari, enter, and that brings me down to 300 products only. So now I could do a bulk change and it would only do the bulk change to those products. So if I wanted to change the group code so that it uses a particular group code in my matrix, I could say, all right, I can go to bulk change, and at the moment they're in ACO1, so I could say I want to set the group code to AC and then update. Tick to confirm. It's going to update 301 products, update, and that's done. So this is a great way to do a lot of work to your reference file so that it marries up with your pricing matrices in Peach. Again, as I said, you could also, for example, let's get rid of that for a second and we can go to supplier. We've got a couple of suppliers in here at the moment, not sure. Yeah, I've got a couple of parts in 008 supplier. Now if I wanted to get rid of those products, simply delete, and I'm going to delete two products, which is the two products that are listed, confirm and proceed, and delete products. Okay, so now that would be a way that you'd actually delete an entire supplier from the file You could delete a supplier by group or supplier by subgroup, anything like that. But there's a lot more functionality in the reference file now, so you can get busy. Instead of putting all those new products into your product file, put them into your reference file, do the work so that the reference file matches the product file. The other thing is, if you've put your products from the reference file in the right group and subgroup and supplier, all that information, when you add the product from the reference file, it will use all that information and transpose it into the product file, so you don't have to put all that information as you jump products from the reference file to the product file during a sale. So that's a great new feature. A lot of work's gone behind that, and we'd love to see you moving your products now from the product file back into the reference file, because we have got some customers trying to handle hundreds of thousands of products in the product file, when in fact all you should have in your product file are your active products, which should be around about 10 or 20,000 products depending on your business, and you should have a couple of 100,000 products in your reference file. So good luck with that. If you have any questions, please call Peach Support. Otherwise, thanks for watching the video, and we'll talk to you again soon.